The USMNT are absolutely definitely going to the World Cup. Emerson Hyndman is impressing Scottish people. The Glazers aren't hated that much anymore. Ronaldo has lots of money. And the international star who was helped by pregnancy breathing exercises. Welcome to the Goalmouth, ladies and gents, your daily 5-ish minute look into the beautiful world of the beautiful game. It's Tuesday, March 28th, and I'm Ryan Bailey. You can hear Daryl Grove on Friday. We've performed the Old English switcheroo this week, as I'm going to Colombia tomorrow to speak with Carlos Puyol. If you've got any questions for him, hit us up on Twitter at the Goalmouth Pod, and in the meantime, we begin with US soccer news. So here's the deal, the USMNT are going to beat Panama tonight because they've done so in 10 of 12 meetings and they're a bit rubbish. That means 6 points in the Hex, qualification sorted, easy peasy. Caitlin Murray at Fox Soccer has run the numbers, and although a CONCACAF team that's lost its first 2 Hex games has never qualified, there's plenty of reasons to believe the US are heading to Russia. Murray has worked out on the previous 5 World Cup cycles, 14 points is good enough to break into the top 3, and 11 will usually get you into the Intercontinental playoff. There's 21 points left to play for in the Hex, and the USA have already got 3 on the board, likely 6 by tonight. That means there's probably only a desperate need for 5 more points from the 6 remaining games, which should be easily achievable in 2 games against Trinidad and Tobago and another against Panama. Boom, qualified, relax everybody. In slightly more tangential US news, Emerson Hyndman is emerging as one of the highest achieving Yanks abroad. The Dallas-born midfielder with the name that sounds like an old-timey explorer is on loan at Glasgow Rangers from Bournemouth, where he's been nominated as the club's Young Player of the Year. The 20-year-old former FC Dallas youth prospect has scored 4 times and provided 3 assists in 11 games for the Gers so far, and is slowly becoming a crowd favourite. Voting for the award is on the Rangers website right now. A link for you to bombard with votes is in the Goalmouth email and in the podcast show notes. And in semi-American related news, we go to Manchester United and their owners, the Glazer family. The late Malcolm Glazer took a majority stake in the Red Devils in 2005, and huge protests followed. They were accused of languishing the club in debt, using its cash-generating ability to service their other business concerns too. Fans wore green and yellow scarves, the colours of the original Newton Heath team, in protest, and even a breakaway club was started, FC United of Manchester, who are still going and doing pretty well. But these days, all the protesting has gone a bit quiet. Why is that? Well, the Daily Mail have pointed out that the Glazers have actually done quite a good job. They've kept debt at a manageable level, they've allowed the club to go out and spend ungodly amounts of money on players to chase success in the post-Ferguson era, and they've completely transformed the commercial arm of the club, harnessing its marketing potential and bringing in money from partnerships with snacks, tyres, Japanese tomato juice, diesel engines, the list goes on. It's an interesting read and a reminder of a positive American influence on the money-making machine that is the English Premier League. The link to the article is in the Goalmouth email and the show notes. Keeping on the theme of money, 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 next up we deliver the shocking news that Cristiano Ronaldo earns a lot of it. I know, it's shocking. Sit down and steady yourself before I go on. According to France Football, the Portuguese is the best paid player in the world this season, earning 87.5 million euros from salaries, bonuses, and advertising in 2016-17. That's about $95 million. Leo Messi is the second biggest earner with 76.5 million euros. That's a full 11 million euros less than Ronaldo, and Neymar is third with 55.5 million euros in earnings. Although if the Spanish taxman asks, Messi and Neymar both earned about 20,000 euros this year. That's the story, and they're sticking to it. The top paid coach is Jose Mourinho on 28 million euros, which is impressive for a man who doesn't even bother staying on the sidelines until the final whistle blows. Seriously, what is he doing in the dressing room that can't wait? And Marcello Lippi is in second place with 23 million. He's being paid that to help China miss out on the 2018 World Cup. Great value there. Now, the soccer world watched on in horror on Saturday when Ireland's Seamus Coleman had his leg broken by Wales's Neil Taylor in their goalless World Cup qualifier. A lovely image of Southampton's Shane Long hugging his Everton counterpart on the ground circulated online, but it turns out it wasn't just man hugs he was imparting. According to the Liverpool Echo, he was helping Coleman cope with the pain by going through some breathing exercises he learned while his wife was pregnant. It all came back to me, Long said. I was just talking to Seamus, teaching him how to breathe through it. In related news, it's reported that FIFA are going to be paying for Coleman's 45 grand weekly wages while he's out, as he was covered by the club protection programme set up up by the governing body in 2012. That pays a player's wages if they are injured on international duty. And to pay for that program in turn, FIFA will probably have to expand the 2030 World Cup to 100 teams. So thanks a lot, Seamus. Alrighty, that's it for today's pod, and I issue a further reminder to head to your preferred pod provider to download the brand spanking new Dirty Tackle podcast. It's the perfect accoutrement to the goalmouth, and it's a lot better than not listening to anything else at all. That's a glowing endorsement from me there. Please continue to support the goalmouth too, subscribe to our newsletter, and leave us an iTunes review if you have the time and the inclination. Thank you so much for listening. It's your weekly dose of George Qureshi tomorrow. I leave you with today's goalmouth top tip. Seriously, the Dirty Tackle podcast. Download it and your life will be better. Love to your mothers. See you next time.